As compared to the previous killing of Tianyang Knight, Luo Feng's miniature universe was a full 2 notches higher in power level. It could completely envelop all the universe knights of the 3 pinnacle alliances that were within it and wipe them all out at one go. This control over the fate of countless thousands of universe knights gave Luo Feng an unprecedented feeling of liberation and excitement. This is the moment I have been waiting for. At this moment, Luo Feng was carefree. He was entirely without inhibitions, mad with rage. When Virtual Real Devil Master had barged his way onto Redbud Island to kill him, Luo Feng had been incredibly angry. However, it did not take him long to realize that this was the law of strength and weakness of the universe. Since he had demonstrated how awfully fearsome the strength of his power was, it was understandable that the 3 pinnacle races would want to get rid of him. His only worry was that they would continue to bother him. The only solution was to make the 3 pinnacle races unwilling to provoke him, just like how the 3 pinnacle races were unwilling to aggravate Primal Chaos City leader. The question was, how? Earlier on, Luo Feng had made many kinds of plans to carry out his battle to fame. The first plan was to achieve a clean kill of the top-tier universe overlord Skyflower Knight, and let the trillions of races in the universe know that Luo Feng had the combat power of a universe master. If the 3 pinnacle races would henceforth retreat, that would be good. Luo Feng did not want to blow the matter out of proportion. With their retreat, he would also have gained enough fame within the universe to earn a reputation for himself. However, if the 3 pinnacle races wanted to blow things out of proportion, Luo Feng had also devised subsequent counteractions as backup plans. While Luo Feng had been carrying out his initial plan, a terrible development had occurred. Skyflower Knight had unexpectedly possessed a flying palace-type true treasure, White Needle, and had managed to escape from Luo Feng. To make matter worse, he had turned the tables by following Luo Feng instead. As Luo Feng had not managed to kill Skyflower Knight, he naturally felt he had not made the impactful statement he'd hoped. On the contrary, Skyflower Knight was now hot on his heels, which had led to the 3 pinnacle races choosing to ride the waves and take the opportunity to eradicate Luo Feng. With the power of Luo Feng's Masha body, he had easily shaken Skyflower Knight off. He could have taken advantage of the time when the 3 pinnacle races still lacked concrete plans on how to attack him. During that time, he could have made a speedy escape into the nearest whirlpool tunnel and sneak away immediately. However, Luo Feng had not done so. He had let Skyflower Knight follow him about, and after some time, when Luo Feng felt that the 3 pinnacle races had reached a consensus after negotiations and were starting to deploy forces, he proceeded to shake Skyflower Knight off his tail. Even when Skyflower Knight was no longer able to keep up with him, Luo Feng still did not try his make to escape. In the beginning, he only relied on his original earthling body to fly around and hide about. He was aware that the 3 alliances would surely deploy numerous universe masters because the ones who had weaker powers were not his match. He was also aware that when they did so, the Hong Alliance would inevitably send universe masters to intervene. Therefore, he could depend on the fact that a large number of universe knights would try to encircle and trap him to determine his whereabouts. In the beginning, he had not made use of Masha body to use domain, as he had been worried that the 3 alliances would not take the bait and carry out their plan. However, numerous universe knights started surrounding him, and Luo Feng also started to kill. Masha body was able to make use of domain and move at such an alarming speed that the other universe knights had no chance to escape. The results revealed that he was indeed quite ruthless, having killed more than 800 universe knights. Of course, this was only for starters. When the universe master that the 3 alliances had sent, Master of Ban, finally arrived, Luo Feng met his advances without a trace of fear. Luo Feng had always wanted to challenge a universe master to test his true power and see where he really stood. With force armor and afterimage, and with golden horn beast holding on to Star Tower, even a universe supreme being would not be a life-threatening risk to him, much less a universe master. Luo Feng was confident of staying alive. The battle with Master of Banff was just a means for him to test his true power and see where he really stood. It was just a way for him to prove his capability. What truly caused the 3 alliances to feel heartache and regret was his strongest technique. I am the universe. Previously, I am the universe had a diameter of 60 million miles, and in the original star, those who wanted to encircle and trap him were already within this area. Now, I am the universe was ridiculously powerful, and its diameter was 6 billion miles. Out of all the techniques, Perhaps only Star Tower could surpass it. Killing these Universe Knights could be done within the blink of an eye. Upon achieving this stage of planning, Luo Feng finally managed to reach the climax. The prominent Long Yen master stood in midair as he kept trying his best to gain control of a part of time and space to interfere with the other universe masters' efforts to do likewise. Although he was not very successful, he could still indistinctly feel that in a certain direction from afar, there was an immeasurable and fearsome aura. This aura was shocking. Primal Chaos City Leader, what is happening? What has happened? Long Yen Master shot out a series of questions out of anxiety. Could this be some special techniques the three races are using? He did not know the situation. On the other hand, Primal Chaos City Leader, who was controlling Thousand Treasures River, was crystal clear on what was happening because his Thousand Treasures River had touched that gigantic miniature universe. This is... Primal Chaos City Leader was very much taken aback. There is already a hint of the mystique of a primal universe. This technique is already considered to be at a level of the most powerful technique of a universe master. Who could be using such a technique? Could it be that fellow Banff? Has he already comprehended the most powerful technique of a universe master? Primal Chaos City Leader was indeed shocked. Whatever this technique was, it would be categorized as being at the pinnacle or ultimate level. However, the ultimate techniques created by a universe master would be further graded as high or low performing. Some might have barely made it past the threshold to be considered an ultimate technique, while the others might have attained the limit of an ultimate technique. These would be the so-called strongest techniques of a universe master. They represented the limit a universe master could achieve. The universe masters capable of creating techniques of such a standard were all well renowned in the universe. For instance, Primal Chaos City Leader and 9 Remoteness Master. On the surface, it was impossible to tell who was the creator of this miniature universe. If Master of Banff can achieve this, then this is bad news, said Primal Chaos City Leader, beginning to feel frustrated. What? Gasped Tongling Master. He shared the same amount of shock. His floating mountain ocean also touched this miniature universe and felt the limitless power it contained. The strongest technique of a universe master? Tongling Master could differentiate in an instant. It was simple. If one stance of this technique could transform a godly power into its most original form of chaotic airflow, then this must be the limit of a universe master, and probably only the technique of a universe supreme being would be able to surpass such a technique. Who could have created it? Wondered Tongling Master. Luo Feng? Impossible. Ban? Right, his accomplishment of soul abilities is said to be on the top level of all universe masters. I shouldn't be surprised that he can create this miniature universe. Tongling Master sighed to himself. To think that Banff is one step ahead of me and managed to create a technique of such standard when I have yet to succeed. Creating an ultimate technique posed no difficulty to a universe master. It was all about whether there was enough time spent achieving it. But as for the limit of an ultimate according to legends, the strongest technique of a universe master was something the majority of universe masters could not create. On original star number 02933, a miniature universe suddenly appeared. Outside of it was Primal Chaos City Leader, Long Yen Master, Tongling Master, and a few other universe masters, all of whom were clueless of its true creator. There were many who were inclined to believe that it was the creation of Master of Banff. But in that miniature universe, Banff, you could actually create a strongest technique? A towering beast with 6 thick, strong, clawed hoofs and a very long nose had just detected the limitless chaotic airflow in the surroundings and was momentarily shocked. He was quick to let out a sound that echoed in the cyan light of Master of Banff's Oro boundary. Ha ha ha, congratulations, Banff, and another universe master. This one was in a different kind of human form with a black scaled helmet and 3 eyes with a dark red glow. This time, the 3 races sent out 9 universe masters. The other 6 universe masters were dispersed in all directions. While Master of Banff was battling Luo Feng, there were 2 other universe masters rushing to get into the area within the danger zone. Suddenly, a voice filled with rage resonated through the area the 2 universe masters were in. This technique was not used by me, said the voice. It's Luo Feng, the human Luo Feng. The 2 universe masters were dumbfounded. What? How was that possible? Quick, we need to join efforts to break this technique, Master of Banff urged with great anxiety. The power of this technique is extremely strong. My top-tier domain-type true treasure is unable to break it open at all. Okay. Together. There was no time to waste feeling shocked by Luo Feng using such a technique. The other two universe masters were quick to understand the severity of the trouble they were facing. Such a large miniature universe must have enveloped a great many universe knights within it. If all of them were killed, reversing time and space to resurrect such a large number might not be possible even if all the universe masters of the three alliances were to try until they were gravely injured. When Luo Feng's miniature universe had just started to take form, Master of Banff knew right away that something was not right. He tried to manipulate his top-tier domain-type true treasure, Oro Boundary, to create an impact on the entire miniature universe. However, the miniature universe was constructed after the godly power of Luo Feng's gigantic godly body had internalized the complicated miniature universe picture of secret engravings. His stability was unbelievable. "Luo Feng! Luo Feng! Don't mess around!" Master of Banff said, transmitting his voice over to Luo Feng, who was far away while he struck the miniature universe with an impact. "There are as many as 6,000 universe knights here. These are universe knights from the three great alliances, not just the Bug Clan Alliance. The number of races implicated is even higher. If you kill them all, you are making yourself the enemy of all those many races. The godly bodies of these 6,000 universe knights would consume an immeasurable amount of godly power. To resurrect them would be a great price to pay. If you kill them all, there will be dire consequences. The three great alliances will go crazy." Master of Banff was going mad with anxiety. The valuables of over 6,000 universe knights were important, but their lives were also very important. These were all senior universe knights, and there were even some universe overlords. Resurrecting a universe overlord, a universe supreme being required excessive power. Even resurrecting 1 to 2 senior universe knights would be a tough feat for an ordinary universe master. If there were tens or hundreds of them, then only an extremely powerful universe master was able to resurrect them. But resurrecting more than 6,000 of them? Overwhelming. If universe supreme beings and universe masters of the three alliances were all deployed into action, and all were heavily injured, it would be impossible to resurrect them all. If the task of slowly reversing time and space to resurrect more than 6,000 dead bodies fell on the universe masters who had to recover their powers on their own prior to resurrecting the rest, how long would that take? If there was a huge price to pay to allow a universe master to continuously recover its power so that he could continue resurrecting, what a ridiculously exorbitant amount would that be? Compared to the price required for resurrection, the majority of these senior universe knights would use their series of treasures. There were also a few true treasures. But when everything was added together, the accumulated amount might be the value of a pinnacle domain-type true treasure. It was still a far cry from the imposing price required for resurrection. "Offend the three major alliances?" said Luo Feng. "Make them go crazy? Ha! Time and again, every one of you has attempted to kill me, destroy my soul, and see to it that I can never be resurrected. And now you want to negotiate with me?" Suspended in midair, Luo Feng's eyes flashed with a trace of coldness and insanity, and at the same time, both hands pushed downward in a sudden motion as he shouted, "All of you shall die! Hong! Long! Long!" The unlimited chaotic airflow of the entire miniature universe was like a gigantic metal board beyond measure. It moved downward, suppressing everything beneath it. Those countless cyan lights were simply irresistible. No! Over 6,000 universe knights from the Bug Clan Alliance, the Demon Alliance, and the Automaton Race Alliance looked up at the sky and let out cries of shock. Then a thunderous bang sounded, and the entire miniature universe seemed to shake under the impact. It was as though the gigantic metal board was crushing thousands of houseflies, making mincemeat out of all of them. All the universe knights were annihilated one after the other. Even their treasures were crushed and shattered just when the other two universe masters tried to fly to the end of the miniature universe to destroy it. The chaos airflow crushed all of the 6,000 universe knights. This. Both of the universe masters were terrified, as they knew it was a huge issue now. Master of Banff glared at Luo Feng. "Reckless! Of course I am reckless!" Luo Feng shouted. "You're all trying to kill me, so why should I show any mercy? I killed them, and now I'm killing you!" The endless chaos airflow flooded toward Luo Feng in the miniature universe. Hua! 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 Luo Feng's godly body became more than 600 miles tall, and the Blood Ghost Blade became several hundred miles long. The chaos airflow infused the Blood Ghost Blade, and there was a blurry shadow around the blade. "Take this!" Luo Feng roared. "Kill me? How arrogant you are! Master of Banff dashed toward Luo Feng with his spear. The attack Master of Banff had was affecting space and time with the help of Luo's sector. As for the attack from Luo Feng, it had the power of the miniature universe and was backed by the ultimate technique Golden Light. Hong! When they hit each other, the power turned everything around them hollow. The chaos airflow, the green light from Luo's sector, and the particles were all blocked outside. Master of Banff almost bounced away while Luo Feng only took 2 steps back. Ha! Luo Feng laughed and raced forward again. What? Master of Banff had his eyes wide open. He hadn't expected to be at a disadvantage. Hong! 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 At the level of Master of Banff, the moves were extremely quick, and they hit each the other dozens of times in only 3 seconds. Master of Banff was at a disadvantage every time when they hit each other for the final time. The miniature universe was completely gone, followed by the chaos airflow. Ha ha! Laughed Luo Feng. Master of Banff, I can't kill you, so there's no point in fighting you. I'll leave first. Luo Feng shook his wing and flew into the distance like a streak of light. His voice was resounding. Don't run! Master of Banff roared and chased Luo Feng like a streak of light. Luo's sector tried to stop Luo Feng as well. However, Luo Feng's sure Wu wings broke the resistance from the Luo sector, and he kept flying faster and faster. Though he didn't have fast acceleration, he reached light speed when Master of Banff was around 6,000 miles away from him. They continued flying, remaining 6,000 miles away from each other. Luo Feng used the miniature universe this time. He manipulated the chaos airflow and killed more than 6,000 universe knights. It only took him 6 seconds to finish the entire process, and he was talking to Master of Banff during that. When the miniature universe lasted for 9 seconds, Luo Feng stopped the godly power, and the miniature universe dissipated. 10% of Luo Feng's godly body was gone because of that. Unfortunately, they're too far from me, and I can't take their true treasures and treasures, Luo Feng whispered while flying, and he was smug. Of course he was smug. It would be an incident that would never be forgotten in the universe. He had killed more than 6,000 universe knights, the weakest being senior universe knights at once. Such an event was extremely rare, even in the entire long history of wars in the universe. More than 6,000 universe knights attempted to encircle Luo Feng, yet he had killed them all at once. This was something that had never happened before. In the history of the universe, the powers would fight each other, and a supreme being would race to their enemies' homes and be slaughtered. Luo Feng looked back and transmitted his voice. Master of Banff, you can't do anything. Why were you still chasing me? Damn it! Master of Banff refused to give up. It was a major issue now. This wasn't a war related to the survival of races. This was just an attempt to kill Luo Feng, and yet the 3 pinnacle races had suffered such losses. Master of Banff was infuriated. Thousand Treasures River! Luo Feng kept flying to Thousand Treasures River, and Thousand Treasures River and Floating Mountain Ocean continued colliding with each other. Finally, Luo Feng flew into the domain of Thousand Treasures River. Haha, Luo Feng looked back at Master of Banff. Why aren't you chasing me anymore? Don't be smug, Luo Feng! Master of Banff spat angrily in a hoarse voice. I do admire your power. It's indeed incredible that you created a supreme technique. However, it's not going to end this way. You killed more than 6,000 universe knights of the 3 races. Do you really think they're going to let this go? I guess I'll wait and see. Luo Feng grinned. Master of Banff glared at Luo Feng. You want to be able to handle it. Really? Luo Feng smiled and flew toward the center of Thousand Treasures River. Hung! Master of Banff turned around and flew away. Since he controlled the Luo sector, the valuables left by the dead 6,000 universe knights flew toward him. However, the valuables were only able to move at less than 180,000 miles per second. It would take a long time for all the valuables to reach him. Primal Chaos City leader sensed something wrong when he saw the miniature universe. Did Master of Banff create supreme technique? He wondered aloud. Luo Feng's in deep trouble this time. It seems that soul control and soul penetration both have failed, and if the body of Luo Feng dies, the true treasures will be lost. Huh! He went out? Primal Chaos City leader saw that the universe dissipated, and was Luo Feng flying toward him. However, Thousand Treasures River wasn't able to detect the valuables left by the dead universe knights because of the resistance from Luo's sector. However, what Master of Banff said spread to Thousand Treasures River. Master of Banff said, I do admire your power. It's indeed incredible that you created a supreme technique. However, it's not going to end this way. You killed more than 6,000 universe knights of the three races. Do you really think they're going to let this go? Primal Chaos City leader was truly amazed. Luo Feng heard a voice from Thousand Treasures River. Luo Feng, teacher, said Luo Feng. Did you perform that supreme technique of universe masters? Yes, I did, Luo Feng admitted. You killed all those universe knights? Yes, I did. None of them survived, answered Luo Feng. Primal Chaos City leader went silent. Luo Feng had been able to perform a supreme technique. He had killed more than 6,000 universe knights with one strike. Even Primal Chaos City leader was dazed by such a piece of news. It was a miracle. Anything can happen in the universe, Primal Chaos City leader whispered, and then he transmitted his voice. Luo Feng, from now on, you're a universe master. I am actually not a universe master yet, said Luo Feng. Luo Feng needed to hide the truth from the other races. However, he didn't need to hide it from his teacher, and his teacher would be able to tell the difference. You're a universe master now, said Primal Chaos City leader. What do you think the difference is between you and a real universe masters? Even if you become one in the future, you're just going to get a stronger godly body and gain control over space and time. It won't have a huge impact on your amplification even if you become a universe master. Luo Feng understood what his teacher was talking about. When other great beings became universe masters, they would have stronger godly bodies and better law comprehension, and thus, they were able to create more powerful techniques, which made them much stronger than universe overlords. However, the case was different for Luo Feng. Luo Feng's technique was already a supreme technique of universe masters, and even if he became a universe master, he would just have purer godly power, and control over space and time. Didn't he help anything in combat between universe masters? Though Master of Banff found it really puzzling, he still told Bug Empress the news. Empress, Luo Feng just performed a supreme technique of universe masters, and the power was so strong that it formed a gigantic world with a diameter of 6 billion miles. All the universe knights within that range died. Actually, he hadn't needed to pass the news at all. When all the universe knights disappeared at the same time, the races within the three alliances were already furious and shouting. The universe masters of the three alliances roared. Do you really think our alliances can still walk around the universe if Luo Feng stays alive? It's a disgrace. A disgrace to our alliances. We need to kill Luo Feng. Kill him now. How? Do you think the Hong Alliance are fools? The universe masters kept debating. They all agreed that it was a disgrace. Other powers would see them as jokes, and Luo Feng would gain his fame by using the three alliances as stepping stones, which could not be tolerated by the universe masters from the three alliances. Dream Demon Ancestor, Bug Empress, and Father God met each other again and started to discuss what to do. It was as if that the ancient sky were frozen, creating a horribly depressive atmosphere. Four minds became four huge phantoms and arrived at three different locations. A being with a gigantic silver snake's head and a strange beast covered with a sawtooth shell appeared in one location. A breathtaking being appeared at another location. A giant, oval-shaped phantom was at another. We all know what happened already. The voice of the breathtaking being, Bug Empress, was still gentle and seductive as usual. Luo Feng performed a supreme technique of a universe master and created a miniature universe, and all the 6,000-something universe knights trapped inside were killed instantly. He also defeated Master of Banff and went back to the Thousand Treasures River of his teacher, Primal Chaos City leader. Empress, Master of Banff, you chose this, the black oval phantom said angrily. A hoarse voice came from the strange, sawtooth-shelled beast. Bug Empress, it said. Master of Banff executed that, and your alliance should bear more responsibilities. The voice from Bug Empress sounded cold. You've agreed to this. Besides, who could have expected Luo Feng to perform a supreme technique of a universe master? Even if it had been a universe master from your races, it wouldn't he have done a better job? The other two demon ancestors and Father God from the automaton race understood this, but they had lost too much this time. Only a few of the fallen 6,000 universe knights had multiple body techniques. Besides, Luo Feng had killed an additional 800, meaning there were around 7,000 universe knights to be resurrected, and they were at least senior universe knights. This was a terrific figure. The issue had to do with the distribution of responsibilities, which was why the beings of the demon race and he automaton race brought up the fact that Master of Banff had fallen short. following which, they could demand more. Humph! Bug Empress snorted. We'll resurrect the Universe Knights of our own. Don't even think about asking us, the Bug Alliance, to revive more. Empress, said the being with the giant snake's head. We, the Demon Alliance, sent the most Universe Knights this time. More than half of the Universe Knights on that original star were of the Demon Alliance. And more than half of the Universe Knights who died were from Demon Alliance. We contributed the most, and now we're responsible for the most? Not fair! We didn't force you to send so many Universe Knights, said Bug Empress. You sent all those Universe Knights voluntarily, and now it's your responsibility to bear the consequence. Besides, we agreed before that we would be responsible for our own Universe Knights who died. Nobody expected that so many Universe Knights would die. They all thought that only few Universe Knights would die. They only realized that they'd been wrong after Luo Feng's Masha body had shown up. They could still have dealt with the death toll at that point. However, the one-time massacre at the end had left them hurting. And now, they were quarreling with each other. Even supreme beings like Universe Supreme Masters wouldn't acquiesce easily when it came to race interests. Plus, the stakes were huge this time. Resurrecting one senior Universe Knight would severely injure a Universe Master. Only those Universe Masters with gigantic godly bodies like World Tree and Mountain Giant were able to revive more. The size of godly bodies determined the number of Universe Knights that a Universe Master was able to revive. The larger their godly bodies were, the more they were able to revive. However, there were around 7,000 Universe Knights. The dead Universe Overlords alone were a huge burden to those 4 Universe Supreme Masters, and there were only so many Universe Masters within the 3 alliances. They wouldn't be able to resurrect all those Universe Knights even if all of them were injured. In my opinion, said the oval-shaped phantom, we should stop arguing and go ask 9 Remoteness Master for help. 9 Remoteness Master S9 Remote Ocean rivals a supreme true treasure, and it's totally able to resurrect 7,000 Universe Knights. The more one resurrects, the more serious the backlash from the universe would be, said the silver snake-headed being. 9 Remote Master is indeed able to withstand the backlash using his 9 Remoteness Ocean. However, most of the Universe Knights who died haven't been to 9 Remoteness Ocean, which means 9 Remoteness would have to come here to resurrect them. 9 Remote Ocean cannot be moved. A godly body made by 9 Remoteness Master, his godly bodies are able to revive a Universe Knight initially, but the backlash will be much stronger later and he might not be able to revive one Universe Knight. All of them went quiet. The universe would punish those who turn back time to revive great beings, as it was against the universe operation law. The more one went against it, the more serious the punishment would be, as it was provoking the universe origin. Of course, 9 Remoteness Ocean was able to withstand it. Unfortunately, 9 Remoteness Ocean couldn't be moved. We can't let all the Universe Masters revive the Universe Knights, said the oval-shaped phantom. It'll severely weaken our alliances, but we can't take too long to revive them, as we've already made a promise. I think we can go ask those Universe Masters of special life forms. Our alliances have several, and the Northern Territory Alliance and the Ancestral Gods School have many more. Each of them is able to resurrect more than 100 Universe Knights, and will be responsible for those Universe Overlords, after which we can revive some Universe Knights. The Universe Supreme Masters quickly reached an agreement. It was the plan that was least costly. The responsibilities would be distributed equally. Each alliance lost one pinnacle domain-type true treasure, which pained those Universe Supreme Masters. The plan to resurrect Universe Knights is settled, said the Black Phantom. We need to talk about that Luo Feng now. We have to kill Luo Feng, said Bug Empress. He has the multiple bodies technique, and he has tremendous power, said the strange, sawtooth-shelled beast in an old, raspy voice. Even Universe Masters can't deal with him unless we go kill him ourselves. However, there are only 4 of us. There's no way we should all go. Yet we want to be able to catch him if only one of us goes. Regardless, I agree with you, Bug Empress. We suffered great losses this time, and our alliances will be seen as a joke to other powers in the universe. We need to kill at least one of his bodies. I agree, said the beast with the silver snake's head. Kill one of his bodies and take his true treasures, said the oval phantom. Otherwise, we'll be laughed at forever. Luo Feng has a Masha body, said the beast in his old voice, and he is extremely fast. We might not be able to catch him, even if he can get out of original stars, said Bug Empress. We'll keep hunting him, and will kill him and seize his true treasures. They all understood that Luo Feng killing all those universe knights had already brought shame upon them. Even if killing one of Luo Feng's bodies didn't help much, they would become a complete joke if they couldn't even kill one body of Luo Feng. Ask other universe masters to track Luo Feng. We'd be better constrained him. Dream T, you'll be responsible for it. Okay. On original star number 02933, a blurry shadow of Primal Chaos City Leader materialized in front of Luo Feng within Thousand Treasures River. The real body of Primal Chaos City Leader was more than 18 billion miles away from Luo Feng. Teacher, you want me to court death? Luo Feng was shocked. Our alliance all cheered what you did, and I would have done the same thing if I were you, said the phantom of Primal Chaos City Leader. However, the three alliances were the ones who did wrong first, so they couldn't respond excessively. Luo Feng nodded. Universe masters were usually forbidden to commit mass slaughtering among superpowers. Otherwise, it would be provoking another power, which might eventually lead to war. However, the three alliances had wanted to kill Luo Feng first, so it wouldn't lead to war. But they need to save face, continued Primal Chaos City Leader. Those three alliances suffered such great losses from you. If they just let it go, they'll be ridiculed by the entire universe. They will attack you again, and a universe supreme master might arrive. To save face, they must kill you, even if they only kill one of your bodies. You can put all your true treasures with other bodies and send one of your bodies, like Masha body, and let him court death. It'll only take a little bit of your godly power, and those three alliances can publicly claim that they killed you. Primal Chaos City Leader looked at Luo Feng. What do you think? Luo Feng pondered what Primal Chaos City Leader had said. He wasn't a fool. If it weren't for the plan he already had, he would have said yes. After all, it wasn't a shame at all for Masha Body to die at the hands of a universe supreme master. Unfortunately, it would go against his blood cloud plan. Teacher, I want to fight them, said Luo Feng. But I want to just walk to my own death. Teacher, you know what I'm capable of. I can certainly get out of the original star easily. Even if you do, they'll keep hunting you, said Primal Chaos City Leader. Just let your Masha Body die and get it over with.